Good morning, students. I hope you all are fit and fine at your home.
So, students, in the previous class, we have completed our chapter number 12, that is our environment. Today, we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 9, and the name of the chapter is matter. So, students, do you know what is matter? No, let me explain you. Students, when you look around, you will find many things, many different things, right? Students, all these things are different from each other in shape, color, and size, isn't it? Yes, they are also made of different materials. These different things have different qualities, right, students? But when you observe them closely, you will find that all of them have some common qualities. Yes, and what are their common qualities? Yes, you will see that all things occupy space and these things have weight. Like, if we talk about these things are different from each other in shape, color, and size, right? But these things have some common qualities, like they are occupying space and they have some weight. So, students, whether a thing is living or non living, they have some weight and occupy space. And thus we say that everything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Yes, students, repeat it again. Everything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Students, do you know why matter has weight and occupies space? Let me explain this. Students, matter has weight and occupies space because it is made up of tiny particles. Yes, these particles are so small that we cannot see them. And students, what do we call these particles? Yes, the matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. And students, the amount of space that the matter occupies is called its volume. Okay? Now, we are going to discuss about states of matter. Students, as you know, matter is present all around us in some form or the other, right? It exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. Yes, students, matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. The book that we read, the air that we breathe, and the water that we drink all are matter. Now, let us understand what we mean by the term solid, liquid, and gas. So, students, the state of matter is determined by the way molecules are arranged in a substance. Molecules means tiny particles. Okay? Now let's discuss about the first state of matter, that is solid. So students, solids are the substances that are usually hard and have a definite shape and size. Definite means fixed. So students, repeat it after me. Solids are the substances that are hard and have a fixed shape and size. Students, molecules in solids are tightly packed, which gives them a definite shape and a fixed volume. Students, a pair of boots, a sweater, a burger, a fruit, a house, a car, etc. are the example of solids. Now I hope you all have understood what are solids. Now moving to the next state of matter, that is liquid. So students, liquids are the substances that have a definite quantity, means volume, but have no definite shape. Liquids do not have their own shape, but students, it takes the shape of the container in which they are kept. Like if we talk about water, we get water through water pipes and taps and we store it in bottles, right? And you can see here that water takes the shape of the container in which it is kept. Okay, now what about molecules in liquid? So, students, in liquids, the molecules are not tightly packed, means the molecules are loosely packed such that they do not have a definite shape but they do have a fixed volume. Yes, students, I am repeating this again that liquids do not have a fixed shape but they do have a fixed volume. Okay? So now, students, I am giving you one example to understand solid and liquid better. So consider lemonade and lemon as examples. Now, students, when you pour lemonade in different types of containers, it takes the shape of the container in which it is poured. It has no shape of its own. Right, students? And you know that lemonade is made from lemon, which is a solid. Now, when you put lemon in any container, you cannot pour it. Also, the lemon stays as it is in the container, right, students? You will see that it does not change its shape according to the shape of the container. So, students, from this example, we can say that anything that has a fixed shape, size, and cannot flow is a solid, and anything that does not have a fixed shape, can be poured easily, and can flow is a liquid. Okay, students, so this was all about today's class, and I hope you all have understood whatever we have done today. Now let's revise it again. So, students, first we have discussed about matter. Yes, what is matter? Very good. Everything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles which are called molecules, and the amount of space that the matter occupies is called its volume. Okay? Then, students, we have discussed that matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. And then from these three states of matter, we have discussed about solids and liquids. So, students, anything that has a fixed shape, size, and cannot flow is called a solid. And students, anything that does not have a fixed shape, can be poured easily, and can flow is a liquid. Okay, students? So this was all about today's class. Now, what about your today's work? So students, today you have to do this work in your notebook. Write today's date, chapter number 9, matter, and then write define. First define is solid. So, solid is a state of matter that has a fixed shape and volume. For example, book, table, etc. Then write the second define, which is liquid. So, students, liquid is a state of matter that has a fixed volume but no fixed shape. For example, water, milk, etc. Then you have to do the question answer, and question number 1 is what is matter? The answer is anything that has weight and takes up space is called matter. Now the next question is what is the difference in the ways the molecules are placed in solid, liquid and gas? So students, the answer is in solid molecules are closely packed, in liquid molecules are not so closely packed, and in gas molecules are far apart from each other. Okay? So this is your today's work. Do this work in a very neat and clean handwriting. Okay, students? That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.